Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a demo and review on the new Makeup Revolution and Emily Noel collaboration. This is the Needs palette. Now Emily Noel, if you're not familiar with her, if you have been subscribed to me for any amount of time, then you have heard me mention her name before. She is the first beauty YouTuber that I started watching. She is really down to earth. When you watch her videos, it really just feels like you're sitting down and talking to a friend. I love her videos. I love her. I've been watching her for many years. So I highly respect her. I've said it before, she is one of, if not my favorite YouTuber. Kind of tied with another one, but yeah, I really like Emily Noel overall. However, that is not going to sway this review at all. I have had the chance to use this palette multiple times because I wanted to give you guys a thorough review before I uploaded the video, obviously. So this is what the palette looks like. I did use it for the look today. If you are interested in seeing how I got this makeup look as well as a little bit more information on the palette itself, then you are in the right place. Just keep on watching. Alright guys, let's go ahead and begin. In an effort to save time, I have already primed my eyelids with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And to set that, I'm actually going to use a shade in the Needs palette. Now, just off of the packaging alone, I love this packaging. It's pink, rose gold, it's nice and sturdy, you can travel with it. It has got a nice mirror, and it really has everything you need in one palette to get a full face. You really would only need to pull in like a mascara and a lipstick and you would be good to go with just this. So that is what we are going to demo today. I'm going to go ahead and take that matte white shade Kindness here and set my eyelids with that. Now I have my base on, obviously. Okay, so this shade just performs like my Urban Decay single eyeshadow in Creme Brulee that I never shut up about. You can set your eyelids with this, you can set under your eyes, you could even set parts of your face with this if you are anywhere near my skin tone. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is go in with the bronzer shade here in Courage. And I'm going to use a more fluffy type of brush. This is a darker color on me. So instead of using a stiffer brush, I am going to use a fluffier one just to get a more wash of color than a concentrated color. And this does kind of have a reddish undertone. I think she was smart in picking the color because it could work for a lot of people. And basically with this palette, she took all shades from existing Makeup Revolution palettes and products, etc., and she put them all into one palette. So if you are new to Makeup Revolution, I think this would be a great buy for you just because you are being able to test out a lot of their products all in one palette. And this retails for $15, which is not bad for a full face of makeup. And Emily Noel, if you guys have been subscribed to me for any length of time, I'm sure you have heard me mention her name. She was the first YouTuber that I ever started watching in regards to like makeup videos, and she is one of my favorites, if not my favorite. She is just, every time she films a video, it just feels like you're sitting down talking to a friend. It doesn't feel like, you know, she's doing it to, like, you can tell she's not doing it to make money. She's doing it genuinely because she loves it. And I just love her for it. All of her reviews are so in-depth, like things that you wouldn't even think you want to know about a product, she knows, and she's gotcha. Okay, So you can tell that that applied and blended nicely. And I really like the names of the palette as well. Like she named everything things that you need in your life. So courage, joy, gratitude, honesty, faith, hope, kindness. I just thought that was really sweet. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my blush brush, and I just washed all my brushes. The next shade I'm going to go in with is that blush shade in Joy, and I know specifically that she got this from the Hot Spice palette, so if you have that palette, then you already have this color, but I love it. It's got a little bit of shimmer running through it. It's like a kind of like a nude apricot type of color with golden reflex in it. However, when you put it on your cheeks, I don't see those reflex at all. I've worn this palette several times and I haven't noticed any glitter or anything like that on my face, but in the pan you definitely can see it. Okay. One thing I will say about this palette is I don't like the shape of the face products in the pan. Like, I don't see why those weren't just made into like a rectangle. I think it would have been a lot easier to get your brush in there to get the product. But that really is about my only gripe. She also came out with a Wants palette, and that one is a lot of different eyeshadows. I just wanted to do completely separate reviews of the two palettes because I knew if I did one together, I would use the other palette for my eyeshadow, and this does have eyeshadows in it, so I wanted to give you guys a full eye look using this palette as well. So that is what we are about to do. Now I'm going to go in with my little Luxie Precision brush, and I'm going to grab that shade Gratitude. Now this highlight has kind of a pink shift to it, which is fine. It's nothing like holographic or anything by any means, but you can definitely probably see that pink shift. Not my favorite highlight, but it does a fine job. It's just preference. I prefer more champagne type of highlights. But this one is fine. I think it would work with a lot of skin tones, so I could see this working for someone that is very, very fair-skinned. Deeper skin tones with this one, I am not sure. If you do have deeper skin and you have used this palette, comment down below and let us know how it worked for you. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my nose. Still a little bit sick, but definitely getting better. It's one of the reasons I haven't filmed in a few days. My voice was not up to it. Putting a little bit under my brow. Okay. Alright, so that is the face makeup done. Now we can go ahead and do the eye. So for this eye look, I'm going to be using my Bengache's brush a lot. I am going to go into the shade Peace here. And you can see how much kick up that has. These shades definitely do have some kick up. Now this one I'm not even really dusting off just because this is my transition shade and I just want this very sloppily all over the crease. So I'm dipping in again for the other eye. And I'm going to do like a brown smoky eye. So I'm going to take that color again, and I'm just going to start blending that onto the lid. I find whenever I do this, it just makes my smoky eyes so much easier to blend and for everything to just come together. Now, out of these colors, that just off the bat is what I see doing is a brown smoky eye. You do have this pink, and this is kind of like a purple with some shimmer. It's like a plum color. Let's see. It is like a dark purple with kind of like a black base, and it has got pink shimmers in it. So I haven't really dipped into those. I don't really know what I would do with them. So they are there, just, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure you could add those into a look, but looking at this palette, to me, I just see brown smoky eye, and that's about all I would do with this palette. So I'm gonna dip into Faith, which is just this warm brown here. And I do like that the names of the colors were on the palette. If any of you have Makeup Revolution palettes, you know that's usually not a thing. Okay, so with that color, I'm just going into the crease as well, and I am tapping this color off because it is very pigmented. I'm starting off at the outer edge of the eye, and I'm just doing circular motions inwards, and then I'm bringing this into the crease as well. Okay, and these blend so easily, guys. I will say that, which most powdery types of shades really do. Okay, now I'm going to go into this darker brown Hope, and I'm just using my IBY crease brush. I'm gonna dust that off, and I need to look into this mirror. Now, the mirror on this palette is actually pretty good. All mirrors are not created equal, that's for sure. And this one, it is a good one in this palette. Basically, what I'm going to do with this color is start from the very outer V. I'm going to work it along the lower lash line and then into that outer V and crease area as well. So I'm going to start off and just bring this along the lower lash line. And then I'm going to deepen up that outer edge as well. Very nice. And I might end up going a little bit deeper, just depending. With a smoky eye, you just kind of, you build as you go. Or at least that's how I do it. So now I kind of want to go in and brighten things up. So I think I'm going to use the shade Love, and I'm just going to use that small crease brush again just because it is a denser brush. and I want to have precision of exactly where I'm placing this. So I want it on my inner corner. Right to where that darker brown kind of comes in, and then I'm going to take that shade Faith again, that warmer brown, and I'm just going to add some of that color back and just have it fade from the white to that warmer brown. And I'm just gonna mesh those two together. I'm actually gonna pick up a little bit of that white shade with my finger and just melt those two together. And then that is it for the upper lid. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. All right, I'm gonna take that Ben Gatche's brush. There is nothing additional that I added to this. It's just a bare brush after I used it. And I am just going to blend along those edges, and I swear this brush is magic. It just blends everything exactly how you want it. It leaves the color there, yet it blends exactly how you want it to. I don't think I could do my eyes without this brush anymore. I use it every single day. Alright guys, so now we are going to do the lower lash line. I'm going to just take that same crease brush and I'm going to go into Peace, that transition shade, and just very softly I'm just going to blend that all over the lower lash line. I don't even need a mirror for this. Okay, then I'm going to go into that Faith shade, same brush, apply that to the outer 2/3. Okay, that is what that is looking like. Now I am going to take, you probably could have guessed it, Hope, and I'm going to apply that to the outer 1/3. And I think I might actually switch up my brush. I just want something a little bit more precise. So I'm going to take my Royal & Langnickel BX95. It's just a stiff crease brush, and it's just a dense brush that you can put product exactly where you want it and then blend it out. So just the outer 1/3. Then I'm going to take my IBY eyeshadow fluff brush, and I'm going to dip that into Faith again and basically just blend over any edges and just bring that color even a little bit lower down because we really want that color to show up. Alright guys, I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup and I will catch back up with you guys to get the final thoughts on the palette. Alright guys, I am back. I applied the rest of my makeup. This is the finished look. I did apply the Wander Beauty Unlashed mascara that I cannot get away from, and I did add a eyeliner in my waterline. It is the Lancome Le Stylo in Bronze Riche. And anytime I'm wearing a smoky type eye, I always wear a nude lipstick. And my favorite nude ever is the L'Oreal lipstick in Fairest Nude. It's just a perfect nude for me, and it is my go-to. Alright, so what are the final thoughts on the palette? I really like it. I don't think you could really get too much of a different look than this. I think it is a great deal at $15. I really love the packaging. I like the color that she chose, the pink with the rose gold. I think it's beautiful, it's sturdy, it's got a nice mirror. I've already said that. Inside, I do like that this is a full face essentially in one palette at a very reasonable price. It's only $15. You're getting a bronzer, blush, highlighter, 6 eyeshadow shades, and for me, what could be like a setting type shade here. So, I do think it's a great deal. I think this would be really a palette for someone that doesn't have very much for Makeup Revolution. This is, like I said, all of Emily Noel's top picks from their existing line, all in one place. So I think that that's great. And it can really help you dip your toes into the brand if you're not already familiar with them. Now, for me, somebody that has a decent sized collection, this palette is okay. I will go to this like on mornings that I'm running late or something like that, because this is a great palette to go to for that. Anytime you have everything in one place, you can really save time. But for me, that's really probably about the only time that I will go to this. So, like I said, if you don't have a lot from the brand, or if you are just looking to save time, or if you are getting ready to travel and you just want something that is very easy to pack, compact, where you're not gonna even have the chance of losing a lot of things, I would recommend that palette. Now, overall, is it worth $15? Absolutely. All of the powders blended so smoothly. That highlight, like I said, is not one that I typically prefer, but I mean, it looks fine. I have no complaints. It's just a preference, but all of the powders blended so seamlessly, so smoothly. It was very easy to work with, very easy to build the colors up. I think it could work for a wide range of people as well. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It would really help me out. Please subscribe if you're not already to catch all of my future videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.